growing up, I was always worried about what people thought of the way I speak, whether or not what I am saying is charismatic enough or good enough for people to lock on to my speech and pay attention to what I'm saying. Now, you're gonna have to bear with me for today's video, by the way, because I have a cold. I don't know where these colds are coming from, but like I'm just waking up with like a blocked nose. I've been trying to breathe from my nose recently, like solely breathe from my nose, because you know how they say it's like it's good to, well, it's bad to breathe from your mouth, pretty much. So it's like I'm trying to breathe from my nose, and like my nose is just like, no, you can't do it. But anyway, that's another story. So yeah, I've been fortunate enough to publicly speak in front of like crowds of like 50 people, 10, 20, 30, all the way up to like 100,000 people in Pakistan, abroad, on like a spiritual meditation retreat annual program that I go to every year, obviously, with it being annually. So I've learned a few things on the way, and honestly, one thing I can say for sure to begin with is, first of all, you've got to just understand and know and conquer your mental barrier. Now, it sounds really simple, and it sounds really, bro, this is annoying me, man. I'm very sorry about the troubles today, but anyway, you've got to conquer your mental barrier first. So often what happens with most people is that they think that they cannot speak publicly, they don't know how to speak publicly, like they almost limit themselves, and it ties perfectly in with self-limiting beliefs. But that's what it is. Like, people genuinely think in their mind that they cannot publicly speak, they cannot speak in front of a crowd, so they end up limiting themselves. And what happens is that limitation that you put on yourself hinders your ability to speak in the first place. That's step number 0. Once you've conquered your self-limiting belief, and once you've gone past that mental barrier, there's a few technicals that I like to call them, and things that can help you. Now, I'm going to break them down into what I am calling the 3 C's: conviction, confidence, and charisma. So to repeat, that's conviction, confidence, and charisma. If all 3 of these are present when you're speaking, if you find all 3 of these qualities present when you're speaking, you'll find that the attention of the crowd, of the audience that you're speaking to, their attention is on you, and their attention will not be wavering left or right or anywhere else apart from yourself. Now let's quickly break them down. Conviction. Conviction means that you are so convicted in what you are saying. So you need to first of all know what you're talking about. Have enough knowledge of the topic that you're going to speak about that it sounds like you know what you're talking about, and in reality the case is that you know what you're talking about. If you don't know enough about the topic that you want to talk about, you will not be convicted on that topic. You will not come across as being convicted, as having conviction in your speech. So there's no point talking about that. First of all, step number 1 for you is to learn about the topic and have conviction in your speech, build conviction in your speech. Secondly, we'll go to confidence. Confidence is the most important quality, bro, that you and I need to have in this world. If you're not confident, generally speaking, people will walk all over you. If you are confident and you present a confident outer edge, and you present a confidence presence, people are going to respect you. They are going to hold on to you and listen to what you have to say. Now, how do you build your confidence? There's a few ways, my brother. Self-image, first of all. This ties into step 0, like I said earlier. If your self-image is corrupted, and if you do not view yourself as confident, you will not be confident. You'll present all these social, emotional, physical cues that you won't even realize, but subconsciously the audience will pick up on these cues, and they will find that you lack the confidence. When I've spoken in like public events, the most recent one that I spoke in was a charity event in January, where we managed to raise £10,000 for acid burn victims, women and girls that have been subjugated to domestic violence and acid and kerosene oil attacks. Horrible situation for those people. After the event, so many people, including my own father, came up to me and was like, "You were so confident on that stage." And I was like, "Cheers, Dad." Like, yeah, thank you. I know I was, because I knew that I could do that, and I've done that many a time, and I knew I was confident. I mean, it felt like second nature almost. So correct your self-image. The way you view yourself is the way the world's going to view you. You got to view yourself as confident. Imagine yourself as being confident. If you meditate, which all of us should do, especially those that watch my type of videos, you should be meditating. When you're meditating, visualize yourself as successful. Visualize yourself as a person of confidence, and slowly but surely those things will creep in. And third, charisma. Charisma is such a beautiful thing. Charisma is when you're smiling, your audience members are smiling. When you're laughing, your audience are laughing. And hell, even when you're crying, like I know speakers that when they are crying, for example, they've said something really deep or emotional and they've got really teary, their audience is crying with them. Like, imagine that. No one goes into like a talk or wanting to hear somebody thinking that I'm going to come out of this like, oh, I'm going to have cried. Well, that's charisma, my friends. And how do you build that charisma? One tip I can give you right now off the bat: go and speak to random people. When you're walking on the streets today's a sunny day in the UK anyway. I'm sure many people will be out and about. When you see somebody, especially like somebody elderly, say to them, "How you doing? You alright, mate?" If they've got a dog and you like the dog, "Nice dog, man." And just smile when you're speaking with them. Literally smile when you are talking. And then go to the gym or go wherever you go when you do shopping and you go to the shop. "Thank you so much. I really appreciate that." Try to break that awkward barrier of not being able to communicate with anyone. I swear down, when I go to like the petrol station or anywhere else, I try and find people to talk to. Like, it's a bit weird, but anybody that tries to speak, and people now approach me and like feel really comfortable speaking to me, even like on days where I don't want to speak to people, you'll find someone like strike up a random conversation and they say that, "Oh, you have a very familiar face and you're very approachable." And I'm like, okay, cool, that makes sense. But I think that's because I've literally like gone in and drilled this habit, done the reps, you know, gone in and just speak to random people, smile when you're speaking to them, show that you're enthusiastic, show that you're happy. Visualize yourself as charismatic, as someone that can carry themselves with conviction, with confidence, with charisma. And you'll find that public speaking will become something of like second nature to you. You don't need a script, I tell you that now. You do not need a script. If you have a script on your videos, I feel like the lack of authenticity will shine and show very clearly. Now, I don't deny that obviously bullet points and like pointers are very valuable, absolutely. However, you've got to almost, if you are going to use that format, have bullet points, but then leave it like open so that like you're going on a journey with your listeners, you're going on a journey with your audience. Like in yesterday's video, I just started singing off the bat. That was a journey I went on with you guys. You know, it's a journey that I want to go on in my speech. That's how you have effective communication. traveled to Snowdon not long ago with a couple of friends, and they said, "You're an excellent communicator. You're really good at communicating." And I contemplated this when I got home, and I was like, I'm really grateful they said that, because actually it's not like I sit down and think, oh yeah, what are the things to do to come across as a good communicator? Nah, you've got to be as authentic as possible. Some people will love you, some people will not. But authenticity really is key. So that's about it. That's where I'm going to leave the video for today, boys. I've managed to successfully coach 10 to 12 people on public speaking. I've literally got a call booked in today at 12 o'clock, and I've prepared like an exclusive presentation for my client. And today's video was literally based on that presentation that I prepared. So I prepared it last night. I've not even looked at it during this video. And those are some of the tips that I'm giving to my client. If you're interested in booking a one-to-one with me, whether it's on public speaking or getting rid of your anxiety or anxious thoughts, it would be an honor to speak to you and to help you through your problems. Click on the link in my description. Check out the testimonials that people have to say, what they have to say about my coaching, and I'd love to coach you. That's it for today. Take care, bro, and see you on the next video. Peace.